What's up, everybody? It's your boy Duty back again with another video, and this time of course we're taking a look at the daily rap from my boy DSP and listening to what he has to say. And for some reason, God knows why, it's over 11 minutes long of him just rambling and rambling and rambling. Apparently our boy DSP got triggered by the Oblivion end game, which apparently for some reason he thinks is pointless, stupid. I'm not even sure. Mind you, I don't even know how old Oblivion is, and he's still playing this crap. He's like up to like 150 parts. He should have shelved it months ago. Anyway, he rambles on and on about that, which I could care less about. And then of course he also talks about skipping the Ask the King segment, and we all know why he's skipping that. He's skipping it because the last few times he's actually done Ask the King, it's been a big flop. It's been a dud. And what I mean by that is the tips and the support has been terrible. So that's why he's going to be skipping it for a month. I think he's realized that his income, the liquidity, has been terrible for 2023, and he's trying to catch up. So of course he's just going to play things that bring him money, bring him cash, and I'm assuming he thinks that OIC can't continue dropping those $150. And mind you, he did it last night again, even though he said he couldn't be on stream. Oh, and the lovely thing is OIC and Jinx, they were both on stream at the same time, dropping donos and dropping memberships. Yeah, of course it's just a coincidence. Don't bother to look any closer than that. It's just a coincidence. Let's hear our boy Phil ramble on.
An open discussion. One thing was determined on today's podcast that's pretty important. This month was supposed to be Ask the King. That's my bi-monthly Q&A show. It would have actually been this coming week. Traditionally I do it the final Thursday of the month. However, after speaking with my audience, we've determined we should not do it, that it should be held off at the very least until next month, and we'll see exactly when we want to do it, because right now the whole point of what I'm focusing on for the rest of May is making progress in the games I'm playing, trying to wrap up the ones that I can in the best amount of efficient time, basically to make time so that we can play the new games in June. Because right now, here's the situation. Star Wars Jedi Survivor, halfway in, maybe, arguably. Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, not even close to halfway in, maybe 20% in, maybe 25, okay? Oblivion, at the very end. Final Fantasy V Pixel Remaster, probably about 66% in, heading into the final third of the game. With that being said, it sounds like we can probably make a push by the end of the month if I focus just on the games I'm playing to finish up at the very least the late night stream games, and maybe get really far perhaps in say Jedi, and maybe even get to the end of that. All right, but that's if I focus on what I'm doing. If I'm taking all of these streams away from my major focus, I'm never going to finish anything. And because this year I'm doing more variety, I'm doing the React show at least once a week, I'm doing a big event once a month. These things are taking away from my gameplay streams and holding me back from making sufficient progress. In case in point, this
and yet would spend time reacting to old ass clips, doing reviews of old ass movies, and yet he has no time. So of course he has to skip Ask the King because he just needs that time to make sure he finishes up the playthrough. Nah, that's bullshit. I don't buy it, Phil. Anybody can go back and take a look at the numbers. I think the last 3-4 times you did Ask the King, it's been a big flop. I think the last time you did it, I think you cleared like $30. It was pretty bad. So yeah, so let me just skip along because our boy Phil here is just rambling on, and I still don't understand why it took 11 minutes to talk about this trash.
Weekend, we've got React show, focus on all the other content of the game. Well, you read a document that said the spies were plotting around for the final battle, and a bunch of gates that are all locked. So you have to go all the way around this.
Mind you, he's talking about Oblivion. How old is this game? Jesus, just end it already. Do the end game and move on, Phil.
Map to the back of one of the towers, going very similar to how the Shivering Isle, the good story and experience of this, and then the end. But I don't think it's going to be of Oblivion gates. That's shitty, you know. So anyway, the good news is we made progress. The bad news is I'm not having fun, and it looks like the end of the game might not be entertaining. The best parts of this playthrough probably are behind us.
You know what's not entertaining, Phil? Rambling on for 10 minutes about a 10-year-old game, or God knows how old Oblivion is. Why, Phil? Just play it, end it, and move on to another game. It's not that difficult. You doing all this side content, all this bullshit, just go to the end game, finish it, and move on and stop complaining. I don't know why you need to spend 10 minutes talking about this. And mind you, God knows how long he ranted last night on his stream about this stupid game. Move on, Phil. God.
And that sucks, but at least we're at the end, okay? By the way, yes, today the streak continued. I was not expecting it to continue, but once again, yes, Jinx was very, very supportive with, you know, big tips. We also had a bunch of gifted memberships from Jinx and Only Iced Coffee and others as well.
Yes, just a coincidence that OIC, who hasn't been on in God knows how many years, and then this person named Jinx comes on, starts dropping donations, and then, you know, when people start questioning and saying, hey, this is probably OIC, of course OIC pops up to do to do memberships and make it seem like, oh no, it's not the same people at all. No, they're two different people. Oh no, Phil has huge support, and he's gonna go on about other people tipping and all that. No, it's just Jinx. I did the breakdown of the last week of what Phil brought in for tips, and if it wasn't for OIC/Jinx, he would have made like $600 for the work week, which is terrible. And he's on the same trajectory this week if OIC/Jinx keeps tipping, because he's the only one doing it. If it wasn't for him, our boy Phil would be barely cracking the tier 1 tip goal.
And tips also came in from people other than Jinx too. Again, another day we hit all the support goals. That's 16 straight streams that we hit the support goals. That's crazy good, obviously. All right. Now tomorrow will be interesting because tomorrow's React day. Tomorrow we're going to have the Level 1 podcast, then we're going to swing over to DSP Reacts for DSP versus the Internet, and then we're going to swing back to DSP Gaming for Final Fantasy V Pixel Remaster. Will that streak continue when we're jumping channels? Last week it did, but I don't know about this week. We'll see. All right? But anyway, guys, it was a great streaming day regardless.
Mind you, remember what Phil said? He's not going to be tracking it. He's not going to be talking about it. And it seems like most of his streams, most of his daily raps, his podcasts, focus on this, but yet he's not talking about it. He's not talking about it. He's not bringing it up. And of course, you know, he talked about last time how when the streak ended, he handled it poorly. Now I'm going to be putting out a video out on my local TV channel the day the vest streak died, and I'm gonna have a nice edited video. I'll publish it, so we'll have it out there, so you guys will be able to see his reaction, or what he calls his poor reaction to the vest streak ending. But he claims he's not going to do that this time. That he'll be more, you know, more gracious, I guess. I doubt it. I doubt it. Especially if this extends pretty long. I'm pretty sure he'll blow gasket, you know, and stall to try to see if they can keep the vest streak alive. But yeah, OICJinx, they can't keep this up. So I know what they're trying to do. They're trying to hopefully get the dents into a frenzy where they think, oh yeah, let's support, get more people to support every day. Hopefully another den will chip in and drop a $50 donor every day, so to kind of extend that streak. But it isn't going to happen. Most of Phil's fans, they either come there to clown him, or they come there to, you know, watch him for free. They're not going to give him any donations or tips. Once in a blue moon, maybe they'll drop a dono, but for the vast majority it isn't. He just has these core dents that prop up this channel, and it's pretty pathetic, Phil. Anyway, that's it. That's the video. There wasn't much on the daily wrap. He droned on for 10 minutes about Oblivion, and then, you know, decided to talk about OIC and the vest streak. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Peace out.